Ooh, someone in this game has been a sneaky snake. Welcome back, my scrubs, to another episode of Danganronpa. Last episode, I will link it right here. Make sure you go check it out. You guys this time smashed 30K in one day. That was a lot faster than normal. Sometimes it takes like a week. You guys did it in one day. I'm a little late though because my tongue hurts a lot. I'm feeling a little bit better now. So I thought we'd jump in here and get this class trial done. But anyway, yes. So, spoiler time. Last episode, 2 people, count them, 2 died. I smell lots of poo-poo. Someone is not being truthful. And I don't know who, although I am like 99% sure who it is. I know how that sounds. I don't know who it is, but I'm 99% sure I know who it is. I want to see if I'm right. And, you know, we're going to do this class trial to find out. So once again, smash like. 30K likes. We'll keep it going.
Make your way to the red door.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Of the school.
If I talk, if I have trouble talking, please excuse me. If I am not right, which there's always a chance that I'm not, because like this game is crazy, but I'm like 2,000% sure that I'm right. I know I changed from my last answer. Everyone's here. Oh, and now it's Genocide Jill again.
Monica
What?
appears.
Why is there 2?
Wrong.
No, not multiplication. It just looks that way because it's an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like that I multiplied. He's like One Punch Man. Can you guys tell which one is the real Barakuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy.
You're not playing along?
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Then if everyone's here, let's go. Alright, let's go. And you guys know how this goes, right? Waifu really thinks that, freaking... Why can't I? Hiro thinks that Hiro did it. Which is, she's very justified in thinking that, but I don't. I'm gonna say that right now. I do not think he's the culprit. Oh, that reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? That's right. He was supposed to be searching for the note that he said that he had, and also a second costume from last episode, as you guys seen. Well, no, but how unfortunate that it would seem we have our culprit. Okay, so now, dang.
Hey.
I think he's innocent.
That's right.
But hey, we're gonna find out. Hifumi and Taka. I really thought one of them was faking it. I really didn't believe that Hifumi was actually dead, or at least I thought there was a possibility he would be alive. But as we can plainly see, he's not here, so I'm guessing he really is dead. I get like conspiracy theorists all of a sudden when I play this game, man. It gets you like that. Ow, my tongue. All rise. Judge Judy is here.
We already know who did it.
No.
Was that?
What's that? What's that?
It was Hiro. He does not have.
Wow,
an
they're
alibi
just
for when
trying
the murder
already.
took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Even she, a murderer, is accusing him of murdering people.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Yes, you do, but I have even more evidence. My intuition.
Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I believe you, Afro Man.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? Or before anything else, we have to make that clear. All right, come on. Come on. Let's see. I can't wait to see the twists.
Everything we found in your room. The
Uh-huh.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Yes,
that
to
you
Hiro's
are the
message.
culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
I didn't mean to shoot that.
True, it's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
I wish figured I can concentrate. That would save me so much time. Yes, I was right. Look, see? It's happening. It's happening already.
Are we sure Hiro really made those
He didn't.
blueprints?
There's no way he did.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The
Yes.
handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
When you compare
Yes,
to
it
the
is.
blueprint.
I believe that is Hifumi's handwriting. That's what I think.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Nah.
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
Yeah,
Come
Sakura.
on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Asahino waifu,
And
yes.
he
That's
is
what
not
I'm
the
saying.
only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
For once, Byakuya, come here, my boy. He's my boy right now, but wait, he won't be in the future.
Then who was in that Robo Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
Although that could be true, I think it was
The
pre-planned. I
suspicious
think it was.
individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
I will. And of course, he passes it off to me. I have no idea.
So, who was in the Robo Justice suit?
I honestly think it sounds dumb, sounds crazy. I think it could either have been Taka or Celeste, because Celeste is pretty tall from what I see. I could be wrong about that, but I think she was. I think in last episode they showed her in the picture to kind of throw you off. She was actually standing behind, but I think if they were actually stand next to each other, their height would be pretty similar. Oh, Hina? The Illuminati? Hina? Hiro? Okay, well, they also could have drugged him as well, which they did, didn't they? So maybe they did. I'm gonna go for Hiro.
I got it!
I would never accuse
Other than
waifu.
Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
And there
true.
can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
It is true. He is a
That
suspect.
doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Mhm.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo
Oh,
Justice.
what did I say, man? It was just a setup. The picture was a setup. And of course.
Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Oh, Celeste, I think I do. I think I do. Well, I'll let him say
Before
it.
we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Yes.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Yes, the tarp and the I call it a hand truck.
Can
I don't know
tell
what you
us
really
what
call
they
it.
were?
Okay. Got that.
I got it!
That's one of them. There's still one more thing. Oh, a dolly. It's a dolly. Okay.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude? Seriously.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yeah.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp.
Yep.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
Now. Okay, alright. I'll let them say it and then I'll tell you what I think.
There and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
There's two suspects that
But
could
when
have
the
done that
body
though.
disappeared,
For sure.
so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
what?
absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
How do you know that?
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Yeah, shut up!
There is no shame in being wrong.
He's always in the
We
background.
don't expect much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Celeste, first of all, alright, I'm just gonna say, I think she's it. She is the murderer, for sure. I mean, is she gonna come at me like that? Then she's the murderer. I'm just gonna say how it is. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. If I could just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository, a new element has been added to the... Oh, okay. Dang, they're always introducing new things. Okay, so basically they're just making the game harder. Now I have to reload with my bullets. Yeah, we'll see. I will never understand this minigame. I sort of do. I know we gotta keep up with the rhythm. My problem is when exactly are we supposed to shoot the statements down? That's what I don't understand. Oh, I'm starting to understand it. Yes, I'm learning. Yes, final strike. Okay, it's actually easy now. Now I got it. All right, I don't even read it, but it doesn't matter. I know that she's like freaking it anyway. Is this gonna be a short class trial?
Proof that the dolly moved. I have it right here.
Ooh, tell
When I found the dolly in the repository.
Oh, duh.
One
Yes.
of the wheels had a
I
blood
knew
stain.
that. I just didn't think of that. Oh, she sounds a little guilty, you know? I'm just saying.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Okay, smug face.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
It was all to frame
I'm
him.
not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
He's just dying. He's like, please let me
If you look
explain.
back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
What, they used the same thing to transfer him as well? Oh, here we go. We're doing this again. All right.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Oh, God, it's hard to remember all the
There,
details.
The body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't?
But even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
You can't bend over because the Robo Justice suit doesn't let you. I knew that. Oh my God, yeah, wow.
You're absolutely right. That
Didn't even
you
think of
could
that.
Push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Yeah, when she got in it, she said that she couldn't bend.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay though, I forgive you.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
I mean, you could, but that's not a very efficient way to do it. Like, why? That's a dumb argument, Celeste. Why don't you just throw yourself down the stairs? I mean, what do you think her punishment's gonna be? That's how confident I am.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because the clasp on the back. Yeah, you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
Alright, they're just saying the same thing, so I'm just get this.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Yeah, you were there when they pointed it out.
Wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
That is true. That's what I was thinking. Like, what is he gonna do? Just come appear in the suit out of nowhere? It would be way too obvious.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No,
Correct,
wait.
Sakura.
Just a second, if you please.
Okay.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Yes.
You
That's
all
because you're
got a
in
good look
it.
at Did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
Yeah, because it was a
If
setup.
whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Yeah, he accused him. I know. Here's what I was like getting so excited for last episode.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individuals inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
It's true. Here's what I think happened. I think I can say it now. Hifumi was proven to simp for Celeste. It was true because she would command him to do all sorts of things. If she wanted to, she probably could have promised him something. Who knows? I'm not gonna make any accusations. She could have easily bribed him to do anything that she wanted to do. But I think when Hifumi, I can't say exactly sure, but I think Hifumi was probably willing to die for her. That's what I think. I think she convinced him to do that. And that's why he lied about who he saw.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single
Yes, Kyoko, and we will. I think I know who the mole is, and if it's true, I'm gonna be a little sad and mad because it's technically a spoiler. And for that reason I'm not gonna say it, but I have a very good theory on who the mole is. And it's probably because of all the pictures you guys have been like showing me or all the promotional art. It gives off this kind of spoiler thing that I think I know. But again, I'm gonna save that. Wait a minute. I have another question. Is it a rule? Is it an actual rule for everyone to come to the trial? I'm just saying. I don't remember them saying that's a rule. Does everyone have to be at the trial? Because I don't remember that being an actual rule. I feel like it would be, but I'm just saying. I still think Hifumi might be alive.
Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
This one was interesting. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Taka, but I know it's with the possibilities.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka
Yes.
came last
But no.
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that he
Yeah,
was
but that
killed
doesn't
with
mean
Justice
anything.
Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Yes, I got it! Alright, there we go. I figured it out. It's a little confusing at times, but hey.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that
Yeah,
the
I mean, that
hammers
would be
were
really
used in
dumb
the
to do
same
that.
order as their numbers. If anything, that's just
Yeah.
another way the killer tried to
Obvious,
disguise their
come on.
actions.
So you're saying the culprit
Inspector
wanted
Bijuu
us
over
to
here.
think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You can't prove everything, okay? I just think the times were like confused, you know? Gotta play Hangman now. Wristwatch. Oh yeah, the wristwatch!
I got it! Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night, so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Wait, so if he was dead, then wouldn't we? Oh yeah, they don't announce it until 2 people discover the body. Yeah, that's right.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around
Oh, so that
7.
means that I could still be right about my Hifumi thing, even though it's a low chance. It's when people discover the body. Yes.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Yeah, it's a pretty dumb
Exactly why
thing.
the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
But I think Hifumi is the one that created all those justice hammers.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Hey, you know, I buy it.
If that's true,
I buy it.
Where's the tape?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
He could have just screamed.
Since all of us
You
were
don't need to
there
record
together,
it.
Clearly, none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Then Toko must have done it then.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Or so you say.
Then what if Genocide Jill did it?
Yeah.
She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
That's because he walked.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when...
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Hey, just give me the option already.
What if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Magic.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Yes, it's a zombie. That's the answer.
The dead body moved on its own?
It wasn't dead.
No!
No, a ghost.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Yeah, see, that proves that they don't check pulses, so Hifumi could still be alive.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But they did confirm that Taka's body was cold. They never said that about
But
Hifumi.
I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That... It
Oh,
isn't
and he was
possible.
sweating. Yeah, I'm really thinking that, man. It's either Celeste or Hifumi that did it. Either one.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Yes.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
You don't know that?
You know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yes. That's it. Yes. Yes. First try, baby. Ooh. I'm getting the hang of this.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
No. I mean, it's a master plan that they came up with to time the body so perfectly, like, found at the same time. You know, if it was off, it would have been screwed up.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe.
Cover up.
But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Yeah, because it never
First of
specified.
all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
That's
But
understandable.
what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Does that include the murderer?
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Yeah, how many people were in the room?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement, the first time it played is when we found each body in the nurse's office and the equipment room. And the second time was when, I actually don't remember, just after Hifumi came back to life? No. When both bodies were rediscovered? Was it? Maybe that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, maybe Hifumi did die then.
Second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
I forgot that it played there. Yeah, that was the Ding Dong Bing Bong. That's because that's when Hifumi must have actually been dead.
Weird
then.
at the time.
Huh.
But it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering...
Dang it, now I think he said again.
the announcement
Flip
shouldn't
flop,
have
flip flop.
And in reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
His glasses!
Okay, then. Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Why are you saying that, huh? Why? His glasses, there we go. I was looking for that.
No, that's wrong.
See, dude,
In fact,
I figured this
there
one out
was
way
one clear
before.
difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Okay, this is where I present the evidence,
When we
right? The
found
handkerchief.
Hifumi in the nurse's office,
His
this
anime
cloth
gave him
was used to
away.
wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was
Princess Pickles.
Princess Piggles. From Being an Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Okay, all right. Okay, Bianca.
I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're
All right, we know what we're saying.
is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
If he was just
But why?
pretending
Why
to
was
be
he
dead,
pretending to be dead?
What was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Sakura's on there? Why? It's Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been
Although
Hifumi.
I was considering Celeste though.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
Oh yeah, he did unlock it.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared,
Yeah, we went
I
looking for them, then
looking
he
for
unlocked
right?
them.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yeah, but why would he die himself? Yeah, he simped hard,
If you're
man.
having trouble,
Seriously.
would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Yeah, so it's,
You know
it's what
I'm
she was
talking
hiding.
about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body.
Oh, the note. Yeah, the notes.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? Man?
Yeah.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait.
Yeah, it's
this
different.
One's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Taka.
I got it!
Hifumi's pants was one of them.
That's right.
Imagine.
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Yeah, and they had the motive
Over
before.
here. Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Is it possible that they could have done it themselves? No one ever even like no one even questions that.
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found.
During
Yes.
that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
That's a good point
He's
though. I
right,
didn't even think
though.
of that.
I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using
Yeah, we found
similar
that clean hammer.
instruments. But, if
But it wasn't on the
hammers
ground,
were
right?
Already laying around those other rooms.
So the
Or
question
was it? Now I don't remember.
How could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then...
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Yeah, the spotless hammer. I knew that there was that.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Was it Justice Hammer
What?
3?
Shoot!
I thought that was it.
What
Okay.
was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer...
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
No? Man, I'm confused. Okay, that's what we're looking for.
No!
I mean, that answer could have worked for any of them, though.
A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository.
Yes, the spotless one.
For
Yes.
some reason.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together.
I wonder why you would think that. You personally,
The way the
Celeste.
graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Oh yeah, but if you're a girl and you're Hifumi,
The idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents. And it only looked like one person, because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
So Celeste killed him and then washed the hammer then. Okay.
A single suspicious
But a lot
individual,
earlier.
a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
It's still very confusing though. How did Hifumi die? That's what I want to know.
Creating one seamless
I
set
know
of
that Celeste killed him, but how?
They made it look like one person was behind it all.
The Mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
It's obvious. God, I've said it so many. Come on, it's me. I was asleep the whole time. Come on, Celeste. Just
Here's my
fess
answer.
up. Fess up already.
It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious
I mean,
individual
yes.
now.
So obvious.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke?
Oh, if Byakuya says it, you know it's true.
So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that
Oh my god.
brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
She just changed.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
Ooh. Oh yeah, encountering the suspicious individual.
I got it.
Yes. That was the fishy thing for me.
Common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
He was never there. He was always in the locker.
Actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
What?
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept
I just
that
said it.
Hifumi
I mean,
was one of
I said the same
culprits,
thing.
We can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us
Yes.
was a lie?
Yes.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Yeah. Oh, I saw a shadow. Oh.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done
We all
her
know what
job
she
of
said.
getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into two groups, so that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Oh, dang. I didn't really catch that part. Yeah, she did. And that's when I said it's a bad idea, because it always screws things up when people split
Well,
up.
if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our mind.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Yes, that's what I want to know. What happened then?
Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them
Oh
together.
yes,
and
it's
the picture
all
gets
coming
very
together
ugly
as
indeed.
planned.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
She's dead.
You made one
She's dead.
fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but
If she has a rebuttal for that, I would be so
I
surprised.
can say that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
What did she say? They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightening and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but
Wait.
I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Yeah.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room.
Oh, she couldn't have known,
Then
huh?
Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together,
Yeah, she
none
didn't
of us said
know.
anything
Oh,
about
okay.
Taka being dead.
That's a good point.
Think about it.
Good point.
Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Dang, and nothing gets past Byakuya. He's got class. I'll admit it. Is he a filthy snake? Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Died. Just like those... No.
Yes, I said what I wanted to say. That's the hardest part. It's like you know what you want to say, but it's just hard to know what the game wants
right.
you to do.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had
Yeah, that's what you guys said.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that annoys me
We
about this
didn't
game.
run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed?
That's it.
How did you
Curtains,
know- 'cause
curtains on
Kyoko had
her.
also disappeared, right?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the
Okay,
suspicious
this is interesting.
person
Go
I
ahead.
saw.
Go ahead.
Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to...
Oh, does the camera have a timer? That was actually something I was
Have
wondering.
you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into
Stand
that
next to each
suit.
other.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does
Prove
not
it.
have a timer.
We need you to prove it.
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist? Simple.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no
Nope.
other explanation.
No, nothing else. He could have just posed it, you know, something. Hifumi and the suspect have been drinking. Hifumi is dragging the suspect away. I don't know. They've been drinking. They had it's a DUI. I don't know the right answer. Well, it's one of them. They are dancing.
Shoot!
What? So it was the opposite?
I
didn't like guess that
not a
one.
picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off
Seriously,
in that picture
is he
isn't
picking him
Hifumi,
up?
but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Oh.
Who was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
I mean, that does sound
Is it?
ridiculous.
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Ooh. She thinks she can prove it. Okay, go ahead. Are we gonna get into another Guitar Hero battle? Oh wait, no, it's not this one.
Dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As
Why?
you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like he's being carried away, but your only choice is to stand up upright because of the costume's design, right? It doesn't bend at the waist. Ooh, got her. Got her. And her lies.
Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that because that Robo Justice suit had a certain character.
Yeah, we've already established that a long time ago. Oh, look at her. Hey, I've seen enough anime to know an evil villain, and that's one of them.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then.
What was that?
This is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh, ooh, yeah, it's time. Oh, no, I don't like confidence.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
The first time she broke like that was like obvious she was evil.
You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
He was simping for you! He loved the ladies so much that he would die for them apparently, even though she wasn't, 2D. He made an exception. He was in love for the
When
first
we
time.
asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
And that was the ultimate alibi for you.
Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your
Taro?
confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are
Oh, he's
you
trying to.
talking about?
He was trying to say that he was innocent.
Alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He gave everyone nicknames? Or did he say people's last names?
I got it!
Oh, that must have been it. Okay, I don't remember that, but okay.
Our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Shut up.
Indecent.
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No.
Let's start
There's
the vote
no
now.
reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal, but he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone.
Oh, is that like her real last name?
No. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What? That's the
What?
twist right there.
Did you just
Yeah,
say?
she didn't have a last name,
You
huh?
think You take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit. Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you?
Yeah.
Well, do I?
Dude, that face.
What? you're right. To be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes
It's gonna be something-
are
something funny.
wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
She won't give up then. I have to do something to make her accept it. Make your argument. I don't know her last name. It's part of the e-handbook, something like that.
Since you have no way to contradict me.
No.
I guess I do. I don't know. I never looked at it. I guess I always assumed it was her name.
That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
I can't believe I never thought to look.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real
All right,
name.
what does it say?
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse
Okay.
to cooperate.
Okay. Celeste, can you
If you're about to
please
die,
just
you
tell us
would
what
you would
really
say it,
happened?
right?
Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning.
Oh,
And shed
all
light on
right. I gotta do
that'll
this. All right, let's get through this real quick. All right, so this is interesting. Oh, he's got his figures and everything. That's when all the deeds were happening right there.
Before anything, the killer persuaded
Okay, here we
someone
go,
to
here
help
we go.
carry out the murder. And that person was Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
I think
First,
hopefully I
they
got it right
convinced
this
someone
time.
to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Yes, it was him.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo justice suit.
It makes more sense when they explain it like this way.
Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
And he was a good guy too. That sucked.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Yes, got it right.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer
I sort of
4,
remember some of these
which
things.
was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crime. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1, and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2, and an injured Hifumi, to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our mind that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3.
How did he hide it though?
And turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently
going all
been
crazy.
brutally murdered.
How does someone even get that round?
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office, and once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
He pushed it. So that's how he did it.
Body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Oh, that's when they had their meeting.
Didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Let's say it together. Say it. Are they gonna kiss first? They kiss first. Oh! I like that reveal. This is very beautiful.
Sorry, you lose.
It's over.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to
Watch
take
it. She's
charge.
not. What the heck?
You're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
Oh, she gonna say her real name?
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Oh. Psycho?
You finally accepted.
What's wrong with that name?
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Yeah, she just faked the whole accent.
Interesting.
How's she gonna die? She was like a Lolita, right? I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see though. Hey, get it? Dang, look at all my medals. I got so many medals.
Okay,
Dang, that was a
so
long trial.
I'm ready to begin. Or, no, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I wonder if it's gonna like be painfully obvious one time and we all come up with a vote and then you can vote for like that person and then it's wrong. That would be crazy. It's like, no, you were all fools. You never understood it. All right, here we go. This is where I have to change the camera angle as always. So don't be shocked. You should know by now why I have to do that. I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach him with the plan, but how did you get him to agree, huh? I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then,
Then did you know. I knew you'd figured it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get him to act as my accomplice, I used her. Huh? It was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Oh, she's talking about alter ego.
Say what?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know. No, why would you say that? Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
in other words,
Then you're the one who stole it.
Indeed.
Oh, she
I
did.
see.
So it wasn't Kyoko. Now we know. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it had disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the single camera for the digital camera. I taken you know what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. So how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say he abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if he did not do as I asked, or if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. Ooh.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime! Oh, that just makes it even more sad. Hifumi was trying to do a good thing. He wasn't just simping. It was nothing to do with that.
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going...
Unforgivable.
Ooh, he said the F word.
Most unfortunate.
If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually...
Taka's planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean. Taka's going to try to kill you.
Indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself.
Completely unforgivable.
He was filled with rage.
Honestly.
I like his figures in the background. Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear!
I have to save her!
Save
It's a he for the last time, but okay.
Actually...
Then would you like to join me? It just so happens that I come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it's complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Dang. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. What was the strange costume of Hifumi's creation? Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So why'd you decide to make him the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
Good enough. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had to actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part pretending to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded, he was on the verge of death, but he had barely held on. And he really believed that. Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you planned to kill him all along. But of course, there would be no point in trying to plan if one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win. True.
don't be mean.
It's like you can't be mad at these people, but at the same time, you can. What made you take things so far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our life began here, my only thought had been escape. But all along, you've been saying how we should accept living here. Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one, more than anyone else here. I wanted to get out every day. Would you stop saying that? And do you want to know why?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream, and accepting a life here would mean nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what was the dream?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? Okay. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards. Okay. I was gonna make them dress like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfect aesthetic world of decadence. Living the rest of my life here was my only dream, my only goal. That was what life was all about. That's a weird dream, but okay. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There's
but
nothing to be done.
you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream until the very end. So why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you're really able to kill your own friends for it.
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
Do
nothing.
you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. I mean, yeah, you should have seen those eyes, you know? That was proof all along. How could you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. So she got a poker face. And that's why you're not scared.
Yes,
That's right, I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it
I think I would
wonderful?
like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then, and then she did it. It looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claims she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Alright, here we go.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
Wait, what? What's that?
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
Room 17.
Which is why, actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
What does it mean? We have to find out. What does the key mean? Alright, here we go. Let's watch it. I have a feeling we're gonna see slot machines. Somehow. Oh gosh, she's like smiling. That's so creepy. Oh no, it's a castle. What the heck? Oh, because she's like a witch? Oh. Never mind, I don't see any gambling stuff anywhere. This is just sad. She's just getting burned alive? That's an awful way to go. At least Mino got to be turned to butter. Dang, that would be the most painful way to go. I still feel kind of bad though. Even though I didn't like her at all. Oh wait. Okay. At least. Oh. Well, that's probably a lot faster than the whole burning. That's not what fire trucks usually do though. It's kind of cute though. So evil, but so cute all at the same time. It's over. And with that being said, we conclude the third class trial, I believe. What does the key mean? We have to find out in next episode, guys. Smash like if you enjoyed the episode. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for the support. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.